Now, why would I pay for access to that facility? I'm paying because I want to be in that environment. I want access to the equipment. I want access to the people. I want to meet whoever's in there. I want to be in that environment. I'm willing to pay for that access. How many of you have ever been on how many of you ever paid for a first class flight? How many of you ever flew on a plane and you sat in first class? Any of you ever sat in first class? Now, why would you sit in first class? Why would you pay extra to sit in first class? I see people talking about this on the internet sometimes. They're like, these dummies paid double for a first class ticket when we all get off the plane at the same place at the same time. Why would you pay extra for a first class ticket? LOL. Why do people pay to sit in first class? You pay to sit in first class for access. Like, you pay for the access, and I'm gonna address all questions and comments at the end. So anybody got a question or comment, just stay to the end. We're only going to 8:30, so it's 8:17 right now. So I'm gonna address everything. So if you got something you want me to address, I will. You pay for the access. What do you get when you sit in first class? Well, first of all, you get a different experience. Secondly, you raise your identity up in the eyes of the company, which leads to other perks and benefits. Third, you get access to the other people who paid for access to first class, which means you may meet the right type of person. I met a lot of right type of people sitting in first class plane seats. Another thing you get food, you get treated a certain way. They give you, you get champagne, you can get a drink. You don't get any of that stuff when you sit in coach. I'm not saying you shouldn't sit in coach. If you like to sit in coach, sit in coach. All I'm saying is people pay for first class because they're getting access to something that you otherwise would not have access to. I'm not saying that you need to do it. I'm just using it as an example. When you go to a conference, for example, when I go to conferences, one of the reasons that I go to events these days, if I go to conferences, is not because I'm looking for the information from the person on the stage. Because at this point, I have enough experience to know most of the stuff that gets said on the stage by most speakers at most events. I can get that same information from one of their books, from their social media. I can sign up for their course or their coaching program and get the exact same information that they're speaking from the stage. The stage presentations, for the most part, in my experience, are more entertainment than informational. And I'm not saying that to knock it, because I speak on stages at conferences as well. The point being, the reason that I go to conferences and pay for the tickets is because I want to meet the other people who came to the conference. That's why I go to conferences. I do not go to conferences to listen to the speakers. I go to conferences to meet the other people who paid for a ticket too. I want to meet the person sitting next to me on this side, person sitting on that side. I go hang in the lobby. I want to meet those other people. I want people to see me. I want to see them. That's why I go to events. Anytime I go to an event, any of you ever go to an event that I'm at, you will see me. When I go to conferences, I always hang in the lobby and just say hi to people, talk to people, random people. I just want to meet people.